Meaning Jo Acholi. Meaning everyone. Welcome back to Chaka Leb Acholi. Segment me, Kwan Leb Acholi. And Jackline Ikang caught. Back to the show. Please join. Feel free to join us in audience, join us as guests. Like, comment, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on YouTube as Chaka Leb Acholi. We are on Facebook as Chaka Leb Acholi. My personal Facebook, where I also post these same videos, is Jackline Ikang, South Sudan. My TikTok is also Jackline Ikang South Sudan. Okay. Please join, like, comment, share, engage, subscribe. Apwoyo. Today I will continue reading about the chiefs of Obbo, more specifically Abong people, how they were ruling Obbo, and the influence of the British on their chiefdoms. Last few sessions I've been reading about Abong chiefs. I'm up to Vitto Aburi, son of Aburi, who was appointed by the chief. Appointed by the British, not the chief. Chief Aburi was still in power as a traditional chief of Obbo. Today, I will start reading about his brother, Mattia Aburi Lolori, who now takes over from 1948 onward. Mind you, their father was still an active chief, a traditional chief of Obbo, and he had not chosen a successor, regardless of his children being appointed chief over Obbo by the British commissioners. Okay. Jeremia Lodang, as we found in the last reading, dies, and he never became chief. Jeremia Lodang is the brother of Aburi. Today I'm reading about Mattia Aburi Lolori. So please join me, like, comment, share. If you have clarifications, if you want to add anything, if you know anything about the Obbo people and Obbo chiefs, please join a live or drop your comments under this video. Apwoyo. Okay. Please share the live, share the videos. Engage with this platform. This is a learning platform for all of us. Acholi, Luo, non-Luo, all of Africa. Let's learn about the Acholi people. Let's learn about the Acholi language, their origin, their history, their migration, okay, their culture, their language, okay. I'm learning with you as I read, and from time to time when I have a guest, I'm also learning from the guests, okay? Apwoyo. So today I'm reading about Mattia Aburi Lolori. The name is very Latugo, and I do have my cousin Lolori from Obbo. He was one of the guests before on the show. He gave us some information about Obbo, where he came from, where my mother came from. Okay, so now I'm going to read about Mattia Aburi Lolori. If you want to catch up to what I have been reading up until this point, please go watch previous videos. Apwoyo my tech. Okay, so I noticed that I spent a lot of time doing reflections from previous readings, so previous sessions. I'm going to stop taking too much time doing introductions and commentaries or reflections. I would like to go straight into reading, maybe do a brief 1-minute introduction and go straight into readings so I can keep you guys engaged. So let me get into reading. Please drop your comments. Please like, comment, share, follow me on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? So, la Georgia joining money. Man section me, Mattia Aburi Lolori, Kinmo Dohol Road, Ochage, a parbon one gipier and one wa boro, we a parbon one gipier beach wa beach. Okay. La Georgia joining money. Road Vitto obero ike pi mwaka abichel. Okay? Me, Ochage, a parbon one gipier one wa rio, we a parbon one gipier one wa boro. Okay? Mako luak ongai wang road Vitto pi man luak mi Obbo o Jeremia Mattia Lolori Aburi. Mi bero road imwaga a parbon one gipier one wa boro. Imwaga parbon one gipier one wa boro. Otero la puon Jeremia ka puon itorit. Ento ikarami chungu ikwir Jeremia ogamo nino manok. Okay. Imwaga man bene onongo kero jago manyen tie. La puon Jeremia dong onongo ni Mattia Aburi Lolori bene miro chungu ikwir. Okay. Dana mokene wajani. Rura Aburi, excuse me. I'm still sick. Rura Aburi onongo miro ni wure Mattia ochungi kwir man en keken. Or en kenen. Nero ni Mattia ochung. Okay. Chi Jeremia okwero tampa Aburi ka opinyo ni ka kid man gin miero gi chungi kwir gin gi Mattia. Okay. Ka ngat maloyo en ye miero o make. Okay. Munu bene ochako tampa Jeremia chi luak mi Obbo wajini pe bete 12 mi chwere chwiny Ruoth Aburi kid ma en dong otigo yero wuode Mattia Aburi obed dok jaha. Okay. Ki gum marach monu pe ochwako tampa luak mi Obbo gino kero Mattia gi Lodang ikwir. Bange ni no kun Jeremia Lodang binongo chance mi berike. I thought I know bitaha. I think I jumped to conclusion because like church ahead of time. But we got time on ngani. Kon Jeremia Lodang bitaha before bene oloyoke. Man wajini nga monu dong appoint Mattia Aburi Lolori gi uncle per Jeremia Lodang. Niwe gi dong gi rule chiefdom mi Obbo ka chair. Okay? Munu kero ginari e queer. Kin mo chokan. E karami bolo queer. Okay, o kero gini ballot. No miri compete mi ke. Munu miro kero no ginari o nenga ma lawyer. Okay? Election tie. So, e karami bolo queer. Lotino Obbo ma pol. Bolo queer board Mattia Aburi Lolori. Piman And a lawyer Jeremiah gikwir. So Jeremiah came close. Nakin Mattia mo lawyer or Kir Mattia the road. Okay, Jeremiah again he lucked out. Come before lose against Omine, kada lose against nga Vitto. Mano lose against the Mattia. Looks like en pegi gine. Pegi luck. So now, ningo, inge bolo kuiman, Jeremiah Lodang waja chut ni, Rura Buri, Pemiro ngat mo obed road. Are you sure man issue ba Buri? Kadano wangi timo bolo queer tugi, a ballot. Munu dolo ba Buri? And ko dia blame brother per Aburi ni pien, Aburi pemiro ngamo ken obed road, e mero lotini per, en gilotini per ken. So, en miro Latino mere kekena ye ma miro o ma keman, which is not true because luak ma yero, luak ma tia ka yero, what at this time between Genge Mattia Aburi Lolori. Okay. Kin madana mo kena wacho kwede ni Jeremia Lodang obero kakoro room mi road pi mwaka maduong madongo bero tien mi achiel bore mi chungi kwir. Te kwar mi Obbo wacho ni mano bero ye atir no yer atier mi achiel i Obbo ma obero ikin Jeremiah gi Mattia. Okay? I yer man Mattia oloyo kwir. Kala chin omegi pa bakit o baki no kala chin omegi pa baki wala baki dok obero kawajini man bene tien mi ario malutino pa min baki oruenyo bero ike Obbo. So ginena the competition between ngoni dako ke mi achiel ge dako ke mi ario. Dako ke mi achiel min baki gingo tini perge baki Jeremiah gi ngangagi kwet bogi berike karin min ge bere dako ke. Lotima bero ka berike en lotini pa dako mi ario abe munu genege Aburi kada kodo Aburi lotini per. Lakini too money dong mi dako ke mi achiel. Bogi no chance mi berike. So gitie da ko chal gitie competing pian family tigne do ginmen gimiro berike. So gibreka complaining. And it's not fair. How is it that too much chill can magaka below okay giga better okay. Lakini ane na election no better fair. Jumbo wani munu fair pian okero nyigi wangi query a ballot kada no choose nga magi miro lakini gindo ko gimiro blame nga Aburi Chief Aburi gilotini para. Ngetamne was unfair. What time would drop your comments? Go take get information more about election any. You know, team between family Paburi ke brothers better glotini today. We'll drop comments still cool now. Okay. Karong ningoni. Ni chahe e moha apar bon wen gi pier wen we boro. Ma Jeremiah orunya queer a year at atie omegi pa baki duchu obero gi chwe twin madir ikom rora buri. Okay? Pien gintama ni rora buri ye mi lok matek bolo tino ba we gino bol queer bod matia. Okay? Te kware pa Obbo bene wajani Jeremiah la chien ongolo tien waga tiene waga gi gang pa road Aburi. Come on. Don't be a sore loser. Excuse me, I don't want to offend anybody. Lakin, you think ada munu time gamo time ni Aburi mo weko time gi munu Aburi mo bergi influence kom luak pere wegi bol queer to gi bot Latin pere Mattia well it was fair election. So Jeremiah gi kinyo dong okona ka o chera ka ni dong ino wer ko bora Aburi gi family to gi bien gi unfair election a bit unfair. Okay. Yala inge bolo queer Jeremia odok ka teach mere to read. Kari bedana mokene wajuni. Jeremia pe obedo. No, Jeremia pe obidok kejo. Ikom Aburi I Muhammad ento dana mokene puri wajuni. Eno bedo gi kejo. Ikom ruot. Okay. Lokman bene o weko Jeremia kao chiro pajo iyueyo en pe chiro kaneno Aburi. Okay. Imwaka apar bongwen ipiera bijwa biro muno mako Aburi otero Juba okeri buch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me get myself together. Let me get myself together. Phew. Loka muniga to kero joni buch. Be okera barai buch ni unya loka. Bo collect tax. Man lo kera. This is the second time tia kera Aburi isegin. Kabene Vitto kera beni sigin mo gario. Man ni okera ngori. In 1959, I'm sorry. In 1957, I'm sorry, 1959, mono British gi Aburi dogo gi kera kai sigin. Okay. Mora dekolo. Okay, in 1957 in Butch. Okay, very Butch mora dekolo. In the meantime, kar enong brother pere Jeremiah chira kanena ne sigin. Okay. On any Butch mora 1959. Okay. Marura burio nena Jeremiah chunye obero yom mada mabene obero mohama la pon Jeremiah giribo chunge gingi Aburi kachel giruod Vitto Aburi. Okay. Duan bene wajoni ikarema ogonyo ruod Aburi gi buch nyim wuod mere pajo en kong ochiro ogony igang pa Jeremia Lodang itorit. Idwe mi ario mi mwaka apar bongwan gi piera bichiel inyim topa Jeremia eno chiro matek ni kato ochamo miero oyigi idok ot pa ruod Vitto. Lakini okay. Adai kare ma Jeremia dongota otero oyigo idok ot pa ruod Vitto igang alia. Inga alia ti polota. Ochi yigo ene ye kuja. Okay. Ruod Aburi bene obino ka kumu iliel. Paul mina Jeremia Lodang. Okay. Dano mi Obbo maduong wajini Ruod Mattia Aburi Lolori aye otwenyo what? Wane Mattia Aburi Lolori aye otwenyo wi lotina Obbo pien ni Chaka mwaka apar bongwen gi piera ngwen. Lotino bon no kitki pebe. Okay, what happened? Gino maro goyo dano mokene mabino gi wako ka mako nyingi I mission polotaka. Okay. Okay. Pe piman keken lotino bo onongo bene o maro lweny. Okay. Di maro lweny ikingi keken ikingi keken Achikari obedo ka maholotino ma lobal okelo gini nyim Ruoth Mattia. Okay. Ka Ruoth Mattia dong onongo ni latin man adala bal en mia bore puot odo apa nyo mokaro odo pa Ruoth Mattia otwenyo wilotino bo. Okay. Lok mi te kwara pa Abong ochake chon totwal ento gigu marach imoga macha onongo dano pori pe ng'eyo church. Okay. Mana ye gin ma oweko pe ochoyo kore gi kore lok mi te kwara pa Abong mi chake gi lo berete nyo kwere bot Ruoth Kasiba ento kit ma wabiro kaneno ang'ech dok chik mi te kwara pa Acholi wacho ni kom ke naka jwi pichiro chin gi gang pa Ruoth. Right? So man tien loke ni Ruoth ka oto latin mera ye mamiero omake ento lotin Abong mokene wacho ni ikar ma Ruoth Aburi okwanyo ke la chien eno miyo ke bot omego man gin ma gin ma chik kwaro pe miro chon gi chon ka ng'at mo odogo Ruoth luak pe kwanyo en nyo wa iwang to mere ento ikar mi mono dong ochare kar ma mono dong ochako donyo ilok mi kero ruodi gin okero chik ni Ruoth ma labal nyop ma pe ng'eyo tich miero okwany wako gin bere twero kero Ruoth manyien ki I kaka mo keken. Okay, so they destroyed custom to the okay. Lo diro bo bene wacho ni ikare ma mono ochako kero chingi ilok mi yero pa Ruoth tie ni na mo achiel mono wacho kama leng bod dano ni luak miero owor Ruoth pi rum ento pe pi chweyo kot pien gin mono ng'eyo maber ni kot rubanga ma chweyo mono dong owaje gi luak ni ka gin puri miro mere gi woro Ruoth pi lok mi chweyo kot menu dong obet tam mamegi. So they're disregarding their tradition mingoni kero kiri kot pien gingeni ka kiri koro yero gi Ruoth tugi Ruoth tugi ging'eyo chweyo kot no blessing it here. Lakin muni ni ge kalam fare ge kwer kire lok munu ni rubanga kin matwere chwe kot dana ta ko chief ko nigin ge yer chief mo atake ken lakini ka ge miro chief tugni porio beri do chief tugi locally ge twere lakin chief magi recognize only the chief munu magi kona point and twere beri ge bero kamoke ken wala gamoke ken pe kona ni na chief ma lawyer only the local community doing, they could be somebody from outside. So munu gimotime munu bino balo kasum tugi aburo bero pori no the traditional chief wa geti appointing chief tugi kid magi miro magi pe bino get the same family do geti choose nga moke ken so balo tradition tugi kasum tugi okay chadi hana boro kenyu I will read tomorrow on nga Terbusio Omon Kidmo Loyo Ke from Morangoni, a part of one Gipira Beach wa beach, we a part of one Gipira Beach wa beach jail. Only 1 year. My church been about because he's saying history partially especially me Obbo. Yankid Mattia Kirene. Lo waji gi doc no bo chopping. So most of it, ka itie do kono historian will itie do la choche. Ito era better no information eko. Loke okuba no gidap. So therefore, some information no kanyi no kuba gidaka twelve no elders mo gi community to a dong mo ma dong ba yang giti ma no kuba loke. Kape no information etek. Okay, nyoka no gibon mo cha cha pinyong ingo 1940 mo ka para bong wan di piang wan. So information about chief mo pe again. It's not gonna detailed. Piano information efe bono. So Mattia Aburi Lolori Obero from 1948 to 1955 gi beri queer gingi uncle pera Jeremia Lodang loose okera Aburi Mattia Aburi Lolori. Okay? Lakin Jeremia Lodang tia blame Aburi for cheating, but which he didn't because it was election. Madana ma lock my year. Okay, so muni agree ni mun election fair kero Mattia Aburi Lolori. Mind you, gonna put here acting traditional chief Aburi, Porono Bota. At some point, they were upset with Aburi Omaka. Aburi agitera kadoka second, but why ping Omaka? But in 1957, Gimaka Aburi kadoka bola second in Juba for 3 years. By 1959, no me and Jeremia Lodang chinano. Yala don't gig and hash out any issues they had between them. I don't know no Jeremiah any top at the chalk. China no mean a get look how no blessing but of mean it. Yo better. Modern Aburapo get signature no mean. No one can get this kind of thing cheap can you back in the days ancestors to you kid me sense kagimotia time kayamotia law. So relationship to go strengthen chok it up at Jeremia Lodang ka Jeremia Lodang at all gichi Lodang pa Vitto Pierre Muno promise my Vitto me aboard Uncle Pere Karmo Kira and the chief no Jeremia Lodang pe. Okay, so tomorrow I will read about Tribusio Mon Kidmolo. Okay, kacha tie Doto cho kanyingo Vitto bi doctor ke pien gimot chima Tribusio Mon beredanga mo hachel. Okay, mamira doki Mattia Lolori or do Vitto Aburi. I will find out why. Stay tuned, but Apwoyo my tech. Okay, my English speakers. So I was reading about Mattia Aburi Lolori, the other son of Chief Aburi, who was appointed as the next chief after his brother Vitto Aburi. They removed Vitto Aburi in 1948, and they decided to use a democratic election process where people could vote for which chief they wanted. On the ballot, they had Mattia Aburi Lolori, the other son of Chief Aburi, and on the other ballot, they had Jeremia Lodang, which is Chief Aburi's brother, the educated one that was teaching across South Sudan, okay, Southern Sudan at the time, okay. So we find that the people elected Mattia Aburi Lolori to lead them instead of Jeremia Lodang. Jeremia Lodang thought it was an unfair election, and he thought that Aburi had a hand in it. Chief Aburi had a hand in having the people select his son. Okay, there's no proof that Aburi influenced the people in voting for his son. There's no proof of that. He's just assuming, maybe because he has this ability to persuade his people. I don't know if he had any special powers or if he was using some type of fear tactic, but there's no proof of those claims. So Mattia Aburi won in a fair election, and he was the chief until 1955. Okay, but eventually Aburi and his brother were able to come back together as a family just a couple years before Jeremia Lodang died. Jeremia Lodang dies, and Chief Aburi is still the chief, traditional chief, while his son is the appointed chief by the British. Okay. So then by 1955, wrote Mattia Aburi Lolori, who was removed, and we see that Turbusi Omon was appointed for some reason, and we will read about that tomorrow to find out why. But he was only appointed, and he stayed um, on. He stayed in power until 1956, just for 1 year, and we're gonna find out tomorrow why. So then, also, I see ahead of time here that though he was only in power for 1 year, um, when he was removed, instead of putting Mattia Aburi Lolori back in power, they decided to put Vitto Aburi back on as the chief from 1957 to 1975. I don't know why. We will find out tomorrow when I do read. Okay, please stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I will be reading again tomorrow. Okay. And we find that maybe Chief Mattia Aburi Lolori was too strict, but he needed to be strict because the Obbo youth became out of hand. They were doing reckless things, drinking, committing crimes. So he used some type of capital punishment or corporal punishment. But anyways, I'll read tomorrow. Okay. And we'll find out why the next brother only ruled for a year and why they put Vitto Aburi back in power after that instead of Mattia Aburi Lolori. And then looking ahead, we see that after Vitto Aburi ruled, they put Emilio for just 2 years. And then after Emilio, they do put Mattia Aburi Lolori back on the throne. Okay? It's a lot of back and forth here. If I can read faster without any commentary, I'll try to get to the bottom of this tomorrow. I'll read fast to get to maybe Joseph Otira. Joseph Otira is the last chief before the British decides to completely deal away with chiefdoms, okay? Joseph Otira is the last chief from 1990 to 2002, okay? So I'm going to read as fast as I can tomorrow so I can understand what was happening between the rule of those brothers up until Joseph Otira in 1990. Okay, please like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook. We are on Facebook and YouTube as Chaka, Leb Acholi. This segment is called Kwan, Leb Acholi. It's within the platform of Chaka, Leb Acholi, okay? Please like, comment, share, engage with the platform. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. If you have any information or you have questions or clarifications, drop it under this video or any video if you have any questions about any other readings or sessions, okay? I'm also on TikTok as Chaka Ikang South Sudan. My personal Facebook is Chaka Ikang South Sudan, okay? I appreciate you all for watching and staying tuned. I hope to have you guys on tomorrow. Follow along. Let's find out what happens with all these boys or the sons of Aburi, okay? There's a lot of back and forth with the chiefdoms. I just want to find out why up until the point where the last chief was installed by the British, who will be Chief Joseph Otira from 1990 to 2002. That will be the very last chief to be installed by the British. Okay? Thank you so much. Apwoyo, Matek, Acholi, Luo, my Africans. Stay tuned.